Chris Allingham with the Virtual Weber Bullet. Today, I'm going to take you to Costco. I'm going to show you some photos that I took during a recent visit to Costco at the very beginning of April 2023 and show you all the things that Costco has that I think are great for those of us that are barbecuers and grillers. I want to be clear that this video is not sponsored by Costco. This is something I'm just doing on my own to share with you a lot of the great things that Costco has that are important to me as a barbecuer and a griller and that I think may be helpful to you too. Now, if you're a Costco member, you probably know about all these things, but I would encourage you to watch. Maybe you'll see a few things that you're not aware of. And if you're not a Costco member, my hope is that this video will help you understand some of the advantages that Costco has to offer to barbecuers and grillers. Now, a couple of points right up front. You do have to be a member to shop at Costco. Memberships start at $60 per year. It's not too hard to recoup that money over the course of a year with your Costco shopping. They have another membership level called Executive, which is $120 a year. It has more perks, including a 2% cash back on all of your purchases. Costco does not offer free trial visits or trial memberships at the warehouse, but they do have a 100% money back guarantee on their membership. So at any time, if you're dissatisfied with the membership, they will refund your membership fee 100%. So you could use that like a free trial. There are some ways that you can shop at Costco without being a member. Number one, you can tag along with a member and you can put your items in the cart and either reimburse your friend or family member when they use their Costco membership card, or you may be able to just simply have the cashier split the transaction into two different transactions, let your friend pay for theirs with their credit card, slip them your credit card in advance or your debit card, let them do the transaction of your items as a separate transaction, paying with your card. Another way that you can shop at Costco without being a member is to have someone that you know that is a member buy you a Costco gift card. You can use that gift card at Costco for shopping without being a member. That's kind of a trick that a lot of people don't know. And of course, there are other things unrelated to barbecuing and grilling that you can partake of at Costco without being a member. You can go into the optometry center to get your eyes checked. You can go to the optical center for glasses. There's a hearing aid center for checking your hearing. You can use the pharmacy for prescription drugs without being a Costco member. And you can even walk in and use the food court. Have a nice hot dog and a soda for $1.50 or a slice of pizza without being a Costco member. I should also mention that if you use the Costco Citibank credit card, you can also earn cash back each year. 4% on gasoline at the Costco gas station, 3% on restaurant purchases, 2% on all of your Costco purchases, and then 1% everywhere else. And that's an annual check that you receive in the February timeframe each year. So let's dive right in and take a look at what Costco has to offer for barbecuers and grillers. So let's start with fresh meat. Fresh meat is one of Costco's strongest categories, and it's one of the best reasons for people that are into barbecuing and grilling to shop at Costco. I think one of the best things that they offer is USDA prime brisket. That's really hard to find in most supermarkets. Usually you'll find USDA choice, unless you're living in a place like Texas where you can go to HEB and you can find maybe prime briskets there. But for most of us living in other parts of the country, prime brisket has to be ordered online usually, and Costco is one of the few places I know of where you can get it right there every day in the store. You can see they have a pretty good selection on the day I was there, and if you were looking for more, just ask and they could bring out some more for you to look at. These are selling for $3.99 a pound on the day I was there. They used to be as low as $2.69, but I don't think we'll ever see those prices coming again. They used to carry USDA choice briskets, but I've not seen those in a long, long time. They're carrying prime briskets these days. Pork butt, a staple of barbecuers everywhere. Costco has sold these Swift boneless shoulder butts for a long, long time. They're 2 in a package. Usually these packages are something like 14, 15, 16 pounds. So they're like 7 to 7.5, 8 pound butts. Usually they're not the same size, so you usually get a larger one and a smaller one, which is kind of a bummer. They're selling on the day I was there for $2.29 a pound, a pretty good price. Of course, everything used to be cheaper, but that's the going rate these days. They do not sell bone-in butts at the Costco retail store. I haven't seen them for years and years and years at Costco. They've been selling boneless for a long, long time. You can also see here on the right, pork belly. They sell pork belly most of the time. They sell it whole, like you see here, and then you'll notice off to the far right, they have some that's already sliced up. So if you're looking to make some, pork belly burnt ends, you want to buy the whole pork belly. Swift spare ribs, St. Louis style cut, $2.99 a pound. On the day I was there, there's 3 slabs per package. Baby back ribs, also $2.99 a pound, also 3 slabs per package. Costco calls these St. Louis spare rib portions. I call them rib tips. They sell for $3.19 a pound, which is weird because the spare ribs themselves only sell for $2.99 a pound. Now let's talk about chicken. Costco does not carry a lot of whole chicken anymore. They used to carry a lot probably 10, 15 years ago. Today it's all pieces. It's boneless, skinless chicken breasts that are air chilled. It's chicken tenderloins and chicken thighs and chicken legs. It's organic boneless, skinless chicken breasts and tenderloins and wings and thighs. Sometimes Costco will have beef back ribs, and you see those here on the right. They're usually pretty meaty when they do have them. They're USDA choice. On the left, you see boneless chuck roasts in cryovac. Here we've got USDA prime chuck short ribs, 2 portions in a package, 3 bones per portion for $5.59 a pound. They also sell 2 individual sliced ribs that are USDA choice for $9.99 a pound. So yeah, if you can afford a spring for the USDA prime, that's going to be your best bargain. Here on the left, you have beef loin, boneless top sirloin cap. And on the right, you have eye of round, which is also USDA choice. Here are a couple of really special USDA choice cuts. On the left, you have a whole cryovac of beef tri-tips that are untrimmed. There's probably 6 in a bag. And on the left, you've got the whole top loin, boneless. You could cut New York steaks out of that bad boy. Back to the pork category for a second. We have rack of pork, and we also have seasoned rack of pork. And in the lamb category, we have rack of lamb from Australia, and we have leg of lamb. We've got whole beef tenderloin, and we have sliced beef tenderloin into steaks. There's seasoned boneless rib roast, and then a variety of cut steaks. We have ribeye steaks on the left, and we have USDA choice tri-tips 2 to a package on the right. There's also always a small selection of USDA prime steaks. We've got some USDA prime tri-tips 2 to a package. Those are really special if you want to try those. And you see usually more tenderloins and some New York strips, and also I think some other short ribs that are up there in the top left corner. Now here's something special for the person that wants to splurge. My Costco recently started carrying American Wagyu beef. These are whole beef tenderloins on the left. They're selling for $180 to $200 per tenderloin. And on the right side of the picture, you'll see whole rib roasts. Those things are selling for over $400 per rib roast. And then off the camera here to the right, there were also some cut steaks of Wagyu beef they were also selling. You got to have a pretty high budget to afford these bad boys. Costco usually does have a selection of salmon throughout the year. A little bit sparse on the day of this visit. These were fresh steelhead fillets that were farm raised on the left, and then these were wild caught Alaskan sockeye salmon fillets on the right. They also had a small selection of farm raised Atlantic salmon fillets and Atlantic salmon steaks. There's always a lot of ground beef at Costco. They have large packages of 88 lean, 12% fat ground beef. Sometimes they have these pre-pattied. I didn't see them there on the day that I was shooting these pictures. They've always got an organic ground beef option. These are 85% lean, 15% fat. They recently started carrying a Wagyu ground beef. This is 75% lean, 25% fat. And they've got ground bison, 90% lean, 10% fat. And here you see a selection of other cut steaks and beef, all USDA choice. These are thin slices of New York steak in the foreground. That's probably really popular with certain types of Asian cooking. They've also got some top sirloin steaks and some round steaks as well. Now sometimes, especially during the height of grilling season, you will see more seasoned cuts of meat in the meat department. These are seasoned tri-tips, USDA choice. These are seasoned baby back ribs. And during the holidays, you see an additional selection of meats at Costco. They'll always have a couple of versions of turkey available. Last Thanksgiving, they had a spatchcock turkey at my Costco, which I thought was interesting. They also have a variety of rib roast. So they'll always have during Christmas and Thanksgiving time, they'll have a boneless rib roast. They'll have a bone-in rib roast, 3 and 4 bone portions. They'll have a seasoned bone-in rib roast. They will have a boneless whole rib roast, and they will have the whole shebang, the bone-in whole rib roast. This one was $244 last Christmas. Ham is something that Costco has all year long, but around Easter, they will have spiral hams in the store. They're usually a good value and of pretty good quality. During the rest of the year, they will have something like this, a boneless ham that you need to slice yourself. And it's also a good quality. I've had these before, and the price is not too bad at $3.39 a pound. They also have these ham steaks. You can see here they were on sale this particular day. There are 4 Smithfield ham steaks per package. I like these a lot because they're great for breakfast or other times of the day when you're looking for some lean protein. And it's a nice thick piece of ham that you can fry up or grill up. And really one of my favorite ham items at Costco. Now let's look at sausages. They have quite a selection of sausages all the time. These are Evergood sausages. They usually have them in a variety of flavors. My Costco also has Adele sausages. They usually almost always have these chicken and apple and pineapple and bacon, although these are all subject to change, of course, based on availability, as well as they're mixing up their selection throughout the year. Here's some more Evergood sausages, another pineapple version here. Interestingly, they have 2 of them at the same time from 2 different brands. There's also this brand called Kielbasa out of Texas. These are really good quality grass-fed beef smoked sausages, and my Costco has them pretty regularly. They do sometimes come and go, but they're there most of the time, and that's a really good quality pre-smoked sausage that you can throw onto the grill or into your smoker, and they're pretty darn tasty. Corned beef. Around St. Patrick's Day, Costco will always have at least one corned beef option like this. This one is from the Round. I have seen before they've sometimes had brisket point. I didn't see that this year, but they will have a corned beef option. And the thing they had this year, which they've had the last few years, which is really great, are these Snake River Farms Wagyu beef corned beef rounds. If you see these at Costco, buy them up. They're delicious, and you can turn them into pastrami. Pre-seasoned meats in Cryovac. I'm not a huge fan of these, but they do have them all the time. They have carne asada. They will have 1 or more versions of tri-tip that's pre-seasoned. At my store, they had a Korean flank steak that was available. They even had a lemon herb chicken thigh. So these are subject to change and variation throughout the year, but you can usually find some choices for pre-seasoned chicken and beef at Costco. Hot dogs. We mentioned there's a bunch of ground beef at Costco. Well, there's a bunch of hot dogs too. They have, mine, at least 5 variations. They've got a good quality beef hot dog. They have their beef dinner frank. This is the hot dog they sell at the food court. It's slightly over 1/4 pound. They have the beef Polish sausage, also over 1/4 pound. This used to be really popular at the food court, but they don't sell it there anymore. So to get them, you got to buy them here in the refrigerated section. And then they'll have some name brands. At my Costco, they have these Ballpark prime beef, uncured beef franks, which are pretty good. But my preference are these Hebrew National beef franks. Kosher, really delicious hot dogs. These are a staple at Costco most all the time. Now, when you're not wanting to cook and you're looking to cheat a little bit, and who can blame you, because we can't be a hero on the smoker all the time, Costco does generally have this smoked pulled pork. I've had it a few times. It used to come on a black label, now it's in a blue label, recently changed. $13.99 for 2 pounds. The price is not too bad given that it's pre-cooked and pulled for you. It is not sauced, it is smoked. Has some seasonings in it. I find that in a pinch, when I'm craving pulled pork, I can buy this and I can mix it with sauce of my choice, and it makes for a pretty good sandwich or a little pork slider. For parties, it's a good way to go too if you don't have the time to cook pulled pork. Another thing that I like, this is not really a grill or a barbecuing item, but I thought I'd throw it in anyway as a bonus. They do have beef pot roast. This comes and goes in and out, but it's been at Costco lately. It's really pretty good quality pot roast. It's very, very tender. It's cryovac. You simply pull it out of the box and you microwave it with a slit in the package, get it nice and hot, and it's got some jus in there, and it's pretty darn tasty if you don't feel like going to all the effort to make your own pot roast. There's also this product. This is sliced grass-fed beef sirloin. Again, pretty good quality. It's pre-sliced. It's cryovac together. It all kind of does clump together, which makes it a little bit difficult to get apart. You will never get it presented like you see on the front of this package, but it's pretty good quality sirloin. We've taken it on vacations when we travel, when we're camping, and heat it up in a microwave, and it does pretty darn good. It's pretty tasty. Frozen meat, lastly but not least. You know, a lot of people like frozen burgers. You can see they have a variety of them in sirloin and ground beef at different fat percentages. Those are okay. They've also got frozen chicken products, a lot of different parts and pieces. A lot of them are pre-seasoned. Many of them are individual quick frozen with an icy shell on them that have been brined somewhat. I'm not a huge fan of those things. They also have lots of different versions of it, tenderloins and breasts and thighs and so on. And they've also got national brands as well, besides just the Kirkland brand. And finally, they do have these Curly's baby back pork ribs with a lot of sauce on them. I've never tried them. As you maybe saw recently, I did a video where I did a bake in the bag Swift premium rib. So I shouldn't say that I'm above eating ribs that come out of a bag, but I have yet to try these. I don't know what the quality is. And Costco's got bacon. Bacon makes everything better. They have their own Kirkland brand regular sliced bacon. They've got a thick slice version, which is really good. And then they'll have usually some third-party bacon as well. This is one called Sunny Valley, which is pretty good. I've tried it before. It's a thick sliced uncured bacon. And they will also have, I don't have a photo of it here, but they also have a Kirkland brand pre-cooked bacon, which is not something I really like at home very much. But again, if you're camping or have some situation where you're not in a position to really cook bacon, you can microwave it, and it does a pretty good job of filling in for regular bacon. Now let's shift gears and talk a little bit about things in support of barbecuing and grilling. Costco does not have a super strong offering in terms of rubs, pre-made rubs. They usually will have a couple. In my neck of the woods, they sometimes have one from a regional brand called Kinder. You may find something different where you live. You may even find a greater variety than we tend to have. But Costco tends to have a few rubs, and then they also then have basic herbs and spices that you need in order to make your own rubs. Not a super strong selection. They used to have many more in the past than they do today, I think, but they've pared it down to sort of the basics. They have paprika. Here's some red chili flake. They've usually got granulated garlic, which is one of my go-tos when I make rubs, and they have a garlic powder. They will have some sort of an onion. This is a dehydrated chopped onion, which would not be my favorite for a rub. I'd be looking more for onion powder. Not sure if they had it the day I was there. And then they'll have a couple versions of pepper. They'll have ground. They'll have coarse pepper, which is great for Texas barbecue. And then they'll have whole peppercorns. They usually have got some kosher salt and some other kinds of salt as well for making rubs. You got to have some kind of a bread for barbecue, right? And so they've always got King's Hawaiian rolls, which are great for making brisket or pulled pork sliders. Here they have some brioche hamburger buns, which are really nice. They've got in the bakery section some artisan rolls, kind of like a ciabatta roll, which a lot of people like. And they got regular hamburger buns, and they've got regular hot dog buns. They're more of a gourmet sandwich roll. And if you're looking to do anything with a wrap or a quesadilla or anything like that, they've got tortillas, both flour and corn, in a variety of sizes. They've also got honey, usually a couple of different versions of that. I think the day I was there, they had 2 of them. And then they've also got agave, which is really popular for some barbecue folks as a sweetener, and also maple syrup. They've always got ketchup. They've always got yellow mustard, usually some kind of a Dijon mustard as well. They've always got mayonnaise in 1 or 2 formats. Barbecue sauce is not a super strong category for Costco. The day I was there, they did have Sweet Baby Ray's, the original version. Sometimes they've had my regional Kinder's brand, some of their barbecue sauces, maybe during the high season of grilling season. But it's not a super strong category for Costco. I'm not sure how this is pronounced, bacons or bacons or bachans, but this is a real popular, they call it Japanese barbecue sauce. It's really not. It's more of a teriyaki sauce if you ask me. But they have that at Costco along with soy sauce. And then here they've got a teriyaki marinade on the bottom shelf. That's that Kinder's brand I mentioned, a local brand here in the San Francisco Bay Area. As well as some Tabasco sauce and some A1. Again, these are not super strong categories for them. I've seen sriracha sometimes, but I didn't see it on the day I was in the store. Now, I like to use apple juice either when making, thinning out barbecue sauces for barbecue or using it as a spritz when I'm barbecuing. Costco carries Martinelli's, which is my go-to local brand for apple juice. I love this stuff. It's delicious. They probably have something equivalent in your neck of the woods. Pam, I use Pam all the time for grilling, a little bit for barbecuing, for keeping things from sticking on my smoker grate, but more often I use it when I'm grilling on my gas grill or a charcoal grill. Good price on nonstick spray. Now, let's talk about side dishes. Bush's baked beans, always in stock at Costco. The basis for making your own baked beans or smoked beans. They usually have a potato salad in the refrigerator section. They have a mac and cheese back in the deli, which is pretty serviceable to go as a side with your barbecue dishes. They've always got potato and tortilla chips, usually several varieties. They'll always have a basic potato chip like Ruffles or Lay's. And then they have these boxes of individual bags of chips in different varieties. Spam. Costco's always got regular Spam and low sodium Spam. I know a lot of guys like to grill with these things, so if you're a Spam lover, they've got that at Costco for you. Now, they've also got lots of snacks. There's lots of candies. There's lots of cookies. There's different crackers and things. So if you're looking for all the kind of things that would accompany your barbecue or grilled meal, they've got aisles and aisles of these things. Sweets and savory snacks, cookies, treats at Costco. 2 things I will go out of my way to point out, though, their specialties of Costco. One is their cookies in the bakery. These are the chocolate chip cookies, which I love. There's like 24 in a box. They've also got varieties of these. They've got like peanut butter with chocolate chip and some other variety. I don't remember what it is. Maybe it's an oatmeal cookie. But the cookies are a popular item at Costco, and they're very affordably priced. And if you see this vanilla ice cream at Costco, the Kirkland Signature Super Premium Vanilla, buy it. I don't see it all the time, but when it's there, I do get it. 2 full half-gallon containers for $15 is really high quality and delicious, very thick, substantial ice cream. Buy it if you see it at Costco. You've got to have some beverages to wash down all this barbecue and delicious grilled food that you've prepared, and Costco is there for you. They have, in addition to soft drinks and usually like a lemonade, they've got some adult beverages. They have some domestic beers. They have some regional beers that are Costco. They have the 805 and Gordon Biersch and Lagunitas IPA, and they have some imports. They've got Heineken and Stella Artois and Guinness and Pacifico and Corona and Modelo and some others. So pretty good selection of beers at Costco. Costco is known for its wine selection. Their wine buyers go around the world looking for great values for warehouse members. They've got a lot of different wines. They have some that are on the inexpensive side, but they've also got some very expensive ones. If wine is your thing, you will find it at Costco. If you're looking for something a little harder, with a little more kick, Costco does have hard alcohol. They have a wide variety of your favorite brands, the most popular ones generally. They do have Jack Daniels, and they have my favorite, Tito's. They have Grey Goose, and you can see Kettle One and a variety of other hard liquors in the store. Let's talk about some supplies, necessary supplies for making barbecuing and grilling. You know, most of us are burning charcoal, and Costco does carry the Kingsford Professional charcoal briquettes during the grilling season. They do have a sale usually a couple of times a year at $6 off this regular price. This year that took that down to $18.69, which is a fairly good price for these large twin bags of Kingsford. They don't typically carry other versions of charcoal. They do have this one though throughout the grilling season, usually from at least April on through sometime after the summer. They've also got lighter fluid. I forbid you from buying lighter fluid at Costco. They do have lighters though, little butane lighters. These are good for lighting your chimney starter. Other supplies. Good place to buy paper towels. You need to clean up when you're making barbecue and grilling. Good price on good quality 2-ply paper towels. Foils and wraps. This is the industrial restaurant size food service foil, heavy duty, large roll, good quality stuff. They've also got a smaller format as well. They have the name brand Reynolds in the 18-inch wide heavy duty version. They've also got the narrower, regular, everyday plastic wraps. They've got the 750 square foot stretch type plastic wrap, and they've also got a monster one, which I'm sorry, this picture is not so great, but down at the bottom there in front of the Tide, those are 2,000 square foot rolls of plastic cling wrap. Ziploc bags in all different sizes, a good value on those for storing, for marination, for kind of a faux vacuum seal if you want to use Ziploc bags to do that sort of thing. Clorox wipes, you need to keep things clean and virus free. They've got those at Costco for your cleanup. Trash bags, gotta trash it all somewhere. Kitchen bags, yard waste bags, all different sizes are available at Costco. Gloves, for sanitary purposes when you're handling foods, especially when I'm cooking for guests, I always like to wear gloves. You got to change them often, and you got to watch what you touch around the house so you don't contaminate the gloves, but these are a good value at Costco. I use these all the time, and you've seen me in my videos using these gloves when preparing and cutting up barbecue. Foil pans, these are half size foil pans, great for a pork butt will fit in these things, so you can cook pork butts in them, or other side dishes or other kinds of barbecue, burnt ends, things like that are great in these disposable foil pans. Some hardware. Costco sells the Food Saver. This is like an important accessory for me to be able to store barbecue leftovers. They sell the machine. They usually will have just one of them for sale at any given time, and it does change from year to year. They've also got additional bags. It used to be they were carrying the Food Saver brand bags. Now Kirkland has their own version of bags. I've not tried them yet. I assume that they are high quality like all other things that Kirkland puts out, but I'll have to try them sometime. Now let's get to the big hardware. During the grilling season, and usually earlier in the season, because Costco sort of does everything a little early. They get the Christmas decorations out early. They get the spring gardening things out early. They get the grills out early too. These pictures were shot at the beginning of April 2023. They had some of these grills in the store already in March. They had a Genesis 2 3-burner grill during my visit. They also had a Genesis 2 4-burner grill with a stainless steel hood. They had this big Kirkland 7-burner island grill for sale. That's kind of an odd item you don't see very often. They also had the Traeger Roadshow in the store. The day I was there, they took up the end cap and they were selling a variety of different Traeger grills. They had a representative on the floor who was answering questions and helping people understand the advantages of pellet grilling. They also had this master-built gravity-fed charcoal grill. A lot of people were crawling around this thing, checking it out. They had a bunch of them on a pallet. They had one on the floor opened up that you could check out. That's kind of a cool grill. I know a lot of people are interested in gravity-fed charcoal, so even Costco's jumping on that bandwagon. And finally, on top of that Masterbuilt box, you see a Coleman box. This is the Road Trip. That's a portable grill, and portable grills like Weber Traveler and Coleman and other things. It's all the rage these days. So Costco even had a grill in that category as well. Propane tanks. Costco during the season, the grilling season, will have empty propane tanks for sale. They got the large size on the left and the normal size on the right. Most Costco's do not sell propane, but there are a few, I understand, around the United States that do offer propane refills. So you can check that out and see if your Costco offers that. Pellets. If you're selling Traegers, you're going to have some pellets in the store, and so they do tend to carry some Traeger pellets during the grilling season. They've also got a Kirkland brand. This is a barbecue hardwood pellet mix of oak, hickory, maple, and cherry, I believe. So it's kind of a mishmash of things together. I've heard pretty good things about them, but I've never tried them myself as I don't own a pellet grill. If you're grilling, you need to have a fire extinguisher. Costco can sell you one. Keep that handy when you've got live fire happening at any time. You got to keep things cool or keep things hot. Maybe you're going to roast a brisket. Maybe you're going to go mobile with your smoker or your grills. Costco will be carrying coolers during the the warm months, and they usually have 4 or 5 offerings. They usually have something that's medium, nothing small at Costco. They have a medium cooler, a large cooler, and a really large cooler. And here you can see a couple of the Igloo products that they were offering. Last but not least, you got to show some pride in your country. You got to fly a flag on your patio or in your grilling area, and Costco will even, not only will they sell you the meat and the charcoal and all the supplies you need, but they will even sell you the flag to display in your grilling area. God bless America. Wow, so as you can see, there's a lot going on at Costco for barbecuers and grillers. I hope that this video gave you a lot of ideas of what benefits you could have by being a Costco member. I should point out that not everything you see in this video is available all the time. Costco does pride themselves on bringing in new fresh items all the time. So certain things that you see may not be there the next time you go to Costco, the next time I go to Costco. There are certain categories where they always have certain items, but they mix them up from year to year. So they may carry a particular cooler this year that they don't carry next year, but they'll probably always have a large cooler during the warm summer months. They have a lot of items that they will switch out quantities, varieties. They will switch sometimes from a brand name to the Kirkland brand name. So there are certain fixed items you'll find all the time year after year, but you'll also expect a lot of variety and changes at Costco, and that's part of the fun of shopping at Costco. Well, that wraps up this video on all the great things that Costco has to offer for barbecuers and grillers. If I've missed anything, please leave a comment down below and let us know what you like about Costco. And also, if you have some things you're not quite a fan of in terms of the grilling and barbecuing products they offer, please go ahead and put those in the comments too. If you please like and subscribe to this video, I'd really appreciate it. It does help other people find my videos on YouTube. I want to thank you for watching once again. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.